Hello, I'm Cecilia Louie of Paper Zen. In this video, I'll be showing you how to outline and glue the lowercase letter C. All the letters of the alphabet are in my PDF book, Quilling Lowercase Letters. If you'd like to try quilling a letter, look in the notes below to find a link to my blog where you can download the letter A in both upper and lowercase. And give it a shot. So I've already got my strip measured and folded, and this is the outer curve right here, the longest part of the strip. Now you could choose to soften this strip using a conventional quilling tool, or what I actually prefer to do, it can be done, but what I tend to like to do is use a crochet hook instead, because I prefer this larger diameter. So I'm just going to do a gentle softening for now, just to see how close does that come to the curve. And obviously not that much, right? So a little bit more strength in softening the strip. And to soften, all I'm doing is putting the paper in between the tool and my finger and scraping that along. And the more I scrape, the harder I scrape, the more friction there is, then the more curve I'm going to get. So we're coming along nicely here, and just a little bit more there. Now, do you see that little bit of a kink there? It's because I kind of hesitated as I went to the end there. So what I'm going to do is just, soften that little tip just a little bit more so it's more in line with the entire curve of the C. Maybe a bit too much, but it's actually easy to undo that. So I think I like what I see here, no pun intended. I'm going to leave this strip alone and straight, and then obviously this piece here is right there. So I need to now soften the inside part of that C. And we want to stop right where it reaches the, corner, because we don't want to go past that. And it's okay when the corners are here and this strip is in the way, it's okay to actually bend it a little out of your way, just so you're not fighting with all that in that area. Now, because this arc in here is a lot more tight than this one, what I'm going to do is actually do a little bit harder rubbing right in that curve. So I'm going to grip right where that area is, and just roll my crochet hook just across that area. And then same thing goes here. So I'm going to grip it right there and just roll right there. And don't expect that this is going to, figure itself out after just a couple of times. You do need to, pick it up, adjust, pick it up, adjust. Sometimes when someone tells you that, you're just like, oh, okay. You kind of know what to expect, right? So I think I like what I see there. Generally, as long as you're not having to fight too much when you're getting ready to glue down, then generally I feel like, okay, that's pretty much where I want it to be. When you start having to force too much into shape before you even go to glue, that's when you decide, okay, I just need to shape it a little bit more, just so it's a bit more tame and you don't have to fight so much. I mean, you could keep going back and forth until you get the perfect curve, but I would have to say more like 90 to 95%. If it's behaving, then you're golden. Okay, now I'm ready to transfer this onto a cardstock to start gluing down my quilling. And what I've done is taken a sheet of 8.5 by 11, cut it in half, and then folded that in half, and that's how I get my sheet of 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And basically, to transfer this letter onto this cardstock, I went to a sunny window, put this on top of that, and looked, on the other side to match it up to this outline. Then I took some double-sided tape and taped it on the back, and I used a dried up pen to slowly trace over this letter using a ruler for the straight areas, remove the removable tape, and voila, we have the letter onto the cardstock. So let's get ready to start gluing that guy down. Now, generally, I tend to get rid of this bouncy part of the card by simply opening the card up, and then it'll lie flat on my work surface. I don't enjoy something bouncy, right? So I have here a thin plastic card, and I'm going to use Aline's original tacky glue to just put down a stream of glue here. And what I tend to like to do, do you see that bulk right there of glue? That's going to ride up the side of your quilling strips. So what I tend to do is I smear it thinly down, and I'm deliberately going to the edge here, and you'll see in a minute why. So you see how thin that is? It's not going to smear up the side of your strip now. I'm going to strategically just dip only that straight part here into the glue. And I'm going to put that piece down first. Now for the next piece, I'm going to again dip very strategically just on the straight area. Now you can see why it was important to have this shaped pretty much where we wanted it to go, because now we're completely free to have it dip into the glue. And I'm going to dip and move along here. And pick it up, slide this out of the way, and then time to set it down. Now you can bring this corner back around. Now in this case, I'm not going to do the strip all at one go. I'm going to work my way around one segment at a time. This way I get to control exactly where that strip goes. Now I have another card here, and it's actually a stiffer card. What I'm going to do is put that right here, butting up against this edge. So this way I'm going to control where this strip ends up. It's not too far this way, not too far that way. And that way we get a cleaner join in that corner. Then with your needle tool, you can pick up a little bit of glue. When you pick up your glue, you're going to notice that it's on one side of this needle, and this side is actually kind of clean. So what I do is I push the paper from this side. I push it aside, just gently prying it open, and then I can smear the glue just on that corner. And then always have some tissue on hand to take it off your tool so that it's free to just kind of run the tool along the edge just to make sure the adhesion is really good. And that's how you outline the letter C. As for how to fill in the letters, please watch my previous videos for a variety of ideas. Don't forget to visit my blog to download your free template to give it a try. I want to keep improving my tutorials, so would you let me know what tip was new for you in the comments below, or what technique you enjoyed learning about most? If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it 2 thumbs up. Thanks and see you next time!